Don't forget to use code KaiGoHi in the Fortnite and Rocket League item shops.
Hey there everyone, it's KaiGoHi here. Today we are going to be looking at an updated jail build. It's not really a jail build, it's more like just a stall type build, but everyone just calls them jail builds. But a stall build for retrieve the datas, and this will work in any power level, 4-person, 4-player retrieve the datas, or just regular retrieve the datas. And the team we're going to be using is Ice King and Commander. We have recycling, but there's no need to put supercharged traps on it. But I just, like to get some of my base mats back at the end. We have Mega Base Kyle, which for a retrieve the data you really don't need. But the two really important ones here are Lofty Architecture and Power Modulation. And then we have Tough Traps, which, it helps if you don't have a lot of trap durability, the way we're going to do this. And then Survivalist Jonesy. And you can really just put anyone on there. I just throw them one there, so if I'm trying to clear out husks around it, constructors aren't really the greatest. Well, Ice King is really the greatest to combat. But, yeah, that's why I have them on there. But you can replace them if you want. Like I said, just these two are the main important ones. And then we have Slow Field and Stationary Hover Turret. Again, you're not going to need any abilities or any gadgets in this jail build. I do want to start it out by saying that this is not my concept. I discovered this on Reddit, and it's Whitestream's original build. At least that's what's quoted in the video that I saw. So let's just jump in. We're going to do a 160 retrieve the data. It's Nature Storm with Metal Corrosion, which really doesn't matter because you're going to want to build out of stone anyway. So let's go ahead and just load it up. Alright, so we're loaded in here, and just to, prove where we're at. Oh, Ray wasn't done. Retrieve the data, Twine Peaks, 164 players. Alright, and these are the modifiers we're dealing with. Now, we're only... I do want to mention, and I didn't say it before, that this is post, CC, the crowd controls reversal that Epic pushed out two updates ago. And we're only going to be using one trap. Now, the trap we're using... I have no room in my backpack. I'm not going to... It's this 136 trap, but you can use 130. It's triple impact. Now, in the other video that Whitestream, or not Whitestream, but someone else, I can't remember who posted it, they use double reload speed floor launchers, but I found out that those just wear out a lot faster. This is my alt account, so I don't have the most trap durability. So I'm looking at 68 uses with double durability perks. 1 reload, 3 impact. You can do double reload speed. It really doesn't matter. But I think I have some 130s that are... Yeah, right here. Triple impact, 1 reload speed. So we're going to be using those. All you need is 4 of those. So let's get over to the balloon here. So the idea of this whole stall build is that if you make a door, right? Husks will target it, like basic husks and husky husks, but propanes and smashers will not target the doors. So this is kind of like a big deal, because you can use this same type of build on every mission, like from evacuate, ride the lightning, repair the shelter. I'm trying to think what else. Fight the storm, even. I used it to test it out, and even all the way down to refuel the home base. So the best part, like I said, is that smashers and propanes don't target the walls. And I've noticed a weird correlation, especially in refuel the home base, that if I use these doors, these pre-edited door walls, that propanes rarely spawn. I don't know if that's just coincidental with the updates, or what that has to do with, or if it's because of the doors. But basically what we're going to do here is surround it in 4 door walls. Bro, these animals are just too much for me right now. We're going to surround it in pre-edited door walls. And we're going to go 3 high. And then we're going to put edited slants here at the top. But it's kind of a pain to build it when you're a constructor. So it's cool if you have like a ninja person on your, like in your team, in your squad. So you really, now in the video that I saw, it mentioned that you should let me get back over, that you should upgrade the first 2 sets of walls because flingers will target the second wall. Now, I haven't noticed this. What I have noticed is that they target these slants. And it may not be intentional. They may actually be targeting the second wall. But the slant is what they hit. Now, the cool thing about this stall build is that you can sit up in your AFK spot and still shoot as many husks as you want as long as you don't come down by the objective. See, if you come down by the objective, the propanes and lobbers and smashers will target you and accidentally hit the walls. So that's kind of where we're at. So the only things you really need to upgrade, I'm so tired of these raptors and wolves. Like, boars are cool. You know, they give you good loot, but the other two just drive me nuts. Yeah, the floors in the first wall are the only things you need to upgrade. And I would wait until right before you're about to start, like when you're finished building everything, to put down the traps. Because chickens and frogs, and I mean all the animals, but even the frogs, which I think is ridiculous, trigger the traps. So they're just wasting your durability at this point. Oh, I got an arcade machine. So yeah, we are ready to start it. So let's go ahead and... Oh, actually, we're not completely ready. I'm not going to shoot it down yet. Let's wait for Ray to get done talking.
Shoot the balloon down as soon as possible. So bring down that balloon, download that data, and get ready to move.
So basically what you want to do is get pretty high so husks don't like target you. You know, away from the data, away from the objective. So what I do, first off, you want to do these slant walls because they're not, or not slant, these arch walls because they're not going to attack the arch walls. And then you want to go up pretty high. I don't really have like an exact rule of thumb on how high I go. Let's see how much I normally do. So it's 2. I normally do 3 or 4 of these. Yeah, I don't want to get too. Yeah, so 3, and then I go 1 to the side. I'm just trying not to be straight over top of it so I can actually get a good view. And then after you get this high, it really doesn't matter. You can just stare up a little bit, and then you know we've got a view of everything. So let me go back down here and put the traps. And of course, you need to put base. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot down the balloon, jump on top of it, put a floor, and then place base. So I've noticed that, obviously, like if you upgrade the floor that you put base on, that's great, you know, in case of some accidental damage. But I haven't actually experienced any sort of damage. So I've just been kind of rolling with first tier wood on it, and it's done completely fine. Now, don't take that as like my golden rule. If you do have an issue with your base getting broken, that's probably going to be why. Look at them, they just spawned right here. Like, go away. Okay, let's place the traps. We got triple impact, 1 reload speed. Okay, now we are ready. So we're going to shoot it down.
The balloon has landed.
Oop.
Defend that data.
And then I'm just going to place base. Now, you have a few seconds. So like I said, if you want to upgrade the floor, just hold your floor out and then upgrade it just to be safe. But you got a few seconds to get out of the way. So I'm going to go up here, so you can just see the magic of it working. Now, like I said before, the cool thing about this, first off, let's get rid of that so I don't accidentally hit it. The cool thing about this is you can still fight. Like, you can still shoot all the husks and even the mini bosses. The only weird thing I've noticed is if you get the standard husk mini boss, the little skinny guy, he will sometimes teleport up here and break your floor and drop you down, which is kind of a nightmare. But you can just kind of run away from the objective and you'll be fine. But you can see here, they're just getting knocked back. And even if I decide to kill any of them, I can't believe I just missed that. It's not a big deal. So if you are doing like a lower level mission and you need bow kills or something, you know, that's a good way to get them. Now, a weird thing that I've noticed is, obviously you should know by now if you've done any sort of door edits near a raptor, is raptors can open doors, but you know, when you open a door, husks don't really come through it. It's only unless it's like a you know, a house or something. But if you edit a door, only the little husks will occasionally come through it, so you don't really have to worry about the raptors. Sometimes I kill them just to be safe, and like I mentioned, you know, if smashers and propanes don't target the wall, so like you can see the smasher here, he spawned. He'll just kind of mosey around. He doesn't really do much. He'll chase animals and stuff like that. I've had one issue where a boar ran like really close to the wall and a smasher charged to it, but it just barely missed the side. So I guess I was lucky in that aspect. And, you know, it didn't take any damage or break any walls or anything like that. But this is like a solid build. Like, you don't have anything to worry about, even when they despawn. Now, like I said, this is my alt account, so it doesn't have, like, the durability is 68, so that's why I have Machinist Harper on my team, for tough traps, for that extra durability. If you don't put her, that's fine, the traps may wear out. You have one of two options. You can jump down and replace the traps, or you can just kind of shoot everything that's up against the walls and kill them. That also works just fine. So that's completely up to you. I normally don't jump down just to, you know, not risk it. Oh, and even the Chrome Husks, if you haven't finished that yet, because I've already done it twice, I just am ignoring that quest line. They don't do anything. They just wander around. They don't beat on the walls or anything, so you don't have to worry about that. And I'm going to make other videos when I finish this one on every different mission type, objective-based mission type, and how exactly to build this door thing. It's pretty simple. Most of them you just box around. There's a little quirk on Ride the Lightning and Deliver the Bomb that I've noticed, just because the shape of the objective. But I'll go over that when, you know, when I make that video. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed it up a little bit here, just so you can see that, you know, everything goes off without a hitch. Real quick, let me stop the speed up here. I did want to mention that if your modifiers happen to be metal corrosion and it's a water storm, that is the only time you're going to want to need to run more than one constructor. So you can either run a second constructor with lofty architecture in Commander or power modulation. I've done it both ways and they both work. And basically all you want to do is build a second little ledge that you stand on above your base, the floor above it, and place a second base on top of that, and then just edit that floor to break it and run back out the door, and then come up to the AFK spot. That's the only time that you have to run two constructors. Obviously, you can run three if you have, you know, 3 teams. Just don't. It doesn't matter if you put any damage, you know, like fully contained or Thunder Thora, electrified floors, or heavy base or anything like that on your team. Because it doesn't matter if you kill any of the husks in this particular stall build. As long as you stay in the AFK spot, it does not matter. So you really don't have to modify your team that much. Like I said, I would recommend Ice King in Commander slot, just because that freezing in between the floor launchers really piggybacks well and staggers, so the walls don't take much damage at all, even though they have less health because you have a door edited. But yeah, that's it. That's all I had to say. So let's speed up the rest. Of course, at the very end, if you want to get your base mats back, I would wait until file 15 is like 3/4 of the way done, and then just, you know, put a jump pad, a bounce pad, whatever you want to call it, direct or horizontal jump pad, or vertical jump pad, to get down and get your base mats. That way you don't take fall damage. And as you can see, that's it. The walls took a little bit of damage, not much. I mean, it made it the whole time with no problem in a 160. So that about wraps it up for this one, Commanders. If you have any questions, leave it below. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.